In the new year, we often think about what to do, where to reach, what to finish, and we finish our goals, we plan our goals, we plan our targets, and we reach accordingly. But in order to stay calm and positive and productive throughout the year, you also have to think what not to do in the new year or throughout the year. So these are the list that you have to think about not to do in the new year or in the rest of your life. Tip number 1, not committing or not overcommitting your time. We often overcommit ourselves because we want to reach in a higher position, we want to do better, we want to become better. But in order to stay consistent and committed and energized throughout the year, we have to think about not to overcommit ourselves. So don't overcommit to yourself and stay consistent throughout the year. Tip number 2, I am not neglecting my health. Health is wealth and health is very much everything. Because when you're not feeling well, you cannot do anything. So in order to do everything in your list, in order to reach the higher goal that you have set for yourself, you need to think about not to neglect your health. So health should be your first priority no matter what. Do exercise, eat better, sleep better, don't stress yourself, and stay happy, calm, and energized. Tip number 3, I am not comparing myself with others. Every single city has their own time. New York, Los Angeles, London, Moscow, Tokyo, Beijing, Dhaka, Delhi, Sydney, Canberra. Every single city has their own time and their own rhythm. So don't compare yourself with anything. And that why I mentioned about all this clock, all these cities, because they are not competing with each other. They are unique in their own way and they are doing much better in their own way, in their own time zone. So don't compare yourself with anything or anyone, because often compare ourselves with other people that he is doing that or she is doing that, I'm not doing this, they have reached that height, I'm not there. Maybe your time hasn't arrived yet. The owner of KFC had reached the high peak of her business at the age of 85 or maybe some other age. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna put it here in the next screen. So whole point is every single person has their own time and on their own rhythm. So be in your own rhythm and your time and don't compare yourself with other people. Think about to be the better version of yourself than yesterday. Whatever you were yesterday, you have to be better than yesterday. You have to put your one foot in front of the other in order to reach your goal and target. So don't compare yourself with anybody and just compare yourself with yourself. Tip number 4, I am not procrastinating no matter what. We often procrastinate and that ends up in a mess because we pile up so many things and we don't finish them and we don't reach our goal and target, and then we become demotivated. So in order to stay motivated and consistent, you have to not procrastinate no matter what. So promise yourself that you will not procrastinate. When you promise yourself that you will not procrastinate on whenever you are procrastinating, you have to work on yourself very quickly and rightfully. So think about it whenever you're procrastinating. You just think about it and work on that situation. We made a video sometime back how not to procrastinate. We're gonna link that video in the description box below. If you want, check it out. They're pretty good tips and I hope you will like it. Tip number 5, I'm not holding on to toxic relationships. No matter whatever toxic relationship you have, whatever relationship you have with that person, maybe family, business colleague, partners, friend, life partner, boyfriend, whatever, just move away. Do yourself a favor and move away from that relationship. Manage your relationship and move away from that toxic relationship, because that toxic relationship will hold you back and they will not let you shine in your life. I have made a video sometime back how to get rid of toxic relationships. I am gonna link that video in the description box below. Pretty cool video. There are lots of tips and from my personal experience, and I'm 40 years old. Trust me, I have experience in this matter. So just do yourself a favor and move away from that toxic relationship. It's easy to say but hard to do, I know, but you have to do yourself a favor. If you are in that toxic relationship, you are only do yourself damages. You're damaging your mindset, you're damaging your heart, you're damaging your mind, you're damaging your soul, you're damaging your relationship, and you are not thriving any other relationship, because that toxic relationship will ruin the entire relationship with whatever you have with whoever you have. So move away from that toxic relationship. Tip number 6, I I'm not overloading my schedule. Work whatever you need to do, but don't overload yourself. We often overload ourselves because we want to do better, we want to become better, and we overload ourselves and we stress ourselves. And end of the year, we are not reaching that goal because we have overloaded and we got exhausted. So in order to stay consistent and energetic throughout the year, you have to let yourself a favor and not overload your schedule. Tip number 7, I am not pursuing perfection. I have been a perfectionist all my life and I have learned how to let it go, and I am not a perfectionist anymore, and trust me, I am so happy. So don't be a perfectionist. Try to move away from that perfectionism mindset and just do whatever you need to do. Finish whatever you have and then move on. Don't try to perfection it because it will only hold you back and it will not let you move ahead and not do other stuff. So don't overload yourself with perfectionism. So next time you are doing something, just do it and then move on to the next task. Tip number 8, I'm not avoiding difficult conversations. Difficult conversations are difficult. That is why it is difficult conversation, and it is very difficult to have. But if you are not having a difficult conversation, you are avoiding that conversation, it's gonna stuck in your mind and it will not let you shine. It will not let you shine in that relationship. It will not let you thrive in that relationship or with that person, whatever you are doing. Maybe it's work, maybe it's partner, maybe it's family. Whatever difficult conversation you have to have, do yourself a favor and do this difficult conversation all in one, and then you will see you are much lighter, much happier, and much more less stressed. So just do the difficult conversation and let it just get over. Tip number 9, I'm not spending mindlessly. So try to not spend mindlessly because it's not helpful to you for your wallet. It's not good for your wallet. It's not good for you because we don't need many things. We need very little. And I have been a maximalist in my life and I'm trying to be a minimalist. It's very difficult. I might not be a minimalist, but I'm not a maximalist anymore as well. I used to buy so many things and it ended up becoming junk in my room, and I had to donate so many things when I moved my house, and I realized that I really don't need so many things. So I start having a small closet, number 1, for starters. So I don't have many stuff to put my clothes on. So I don't buy a lot. At the same time, I have not added any cards to my shopping sites, and I have to order cash on delivery, and I have to manage the logistics because I have to stay home, I have to have that cash. There's a small embargo from my side not to spend mindlessly. So you can also do the same because it's just one click away and just delivered at our home. It's very easy these days to shop, and we don't have to go to the physical store anymore. We don't have to plan so many things. We can just click on the cart and then it delivers in our home. So try not to spend mindlessly because it's not good for you. It's not good for your wallet. It's not good for earth. It's not good for anybody. Maybe it's good for the marketeers, it's good for the company owners, but it's not good for you, trust me. So try not to spend mindlessly. Tip number 10, I'm not letting fear hold me back. We have fears. We have fear about many things, and we have to think about it, what fear we have and how to process that fear. And whatever fear you have in your life, you have to process that, and you have to promise yourself that your fear will not hold you back. Whatever you're afraid of, do that next thing in the new year. For example, I've been afraid of heights, and I haven't done bungee jumping for many years of my life, but last year I have done it and it was so awesome. I was thinking myself that like, what the hell, why didn't I have done bungee jumping in my life before? Because I was afraid of height, but when I have overcome this, I was so happy that I could do it. I was afraid of skiing and I have done that. I was afraid of driving. I got my driving license, and I'm so happy that I have done this and I have overcame my fear, and it boosted up my confidence. So promise yourself that you will not let your fear hold you back, and these are the 10 things that you can think about not doing in the next year or the rest of your life to have a productive years coming in your life and have a better you. Thank you so much for watching our video. You take care. Have a great year ahead.